welcome to Mighty Mungos! Let's start as we always do with the Mighty Minute!
How do you know when there's an elephant under your bed?
I don't know.
When your head hits the ceiling. Why did the cat just go?
I don't know.
See the movie. What time is it when an elephant sits on your fence?
I don't know.
Time to get a new fence.
What do you call a bear with no ears? A bee.
Do you have a joke? We really need your videos! Send them in to mightymungos@stmungos.org. We love seeing your faces. Here at Mighty Mungos, we are thankful for gratitude attitude. Let's see who sent in their videos this week. We're thankful for bramble picking. We're thankful for growing potatoes. We're thankful for squashmallows. Izzy, are you thankful for Mighty Mungos? Oh, a mango!
So what are you thankful for?
Send in your videos to mightymungos@mungos.org. We love seeing your faces. It's time for Woosat.
Great. You ready, guys? Standing small before a giant so big and tall, who'd have thought he could fight at all? But little David won. When I'm scared, you give me courage, you give me strength, give me courage to face the day. You're the power in me, strength when I am weak, when I feel little like little David. You're the power in me, when I feel little like little David. You're the power in my slingshot, and all I got is a slingshot. You're the power in my slingshot, and all I've got is a slingshot. You're the power in me. Ready? Should we sing from the beginning? Standing small. Standing small before a giant so big and tall, who'd have thought he could fight at all? But little David won. When I'm scared, just like David, you give me strength, you give me courage to face the day. You're the power in me, strength when I slingshot. You're the power in my slingshot. When all I got is a slingshot. You're the power in my slingshot. When all I got is a slingshot. You're the power in oh. Should we give it some more woes? Ready? Nice. Ready for Evie's rap?
Down, go back, that's the floor. You think so, baby, you're not anymore. Down, giant, the power I've got is in the bin by let's and so I go so great, stick in the skies. He with the giants from the eyes of gone and I won't feel so brave. So like, how can we chase you away?
Ready for the slingshot? You're the power in my slingshot. And all I've got is a slingshot. You're the power in my slingshot. And all I've got is a slingshot. You're the power in my slingshot. And all I've got is a slingshot. You're the power in my slingshot. When all I've got is a slingshot. You're the power in me. You're the power in me. Yay! Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
One, two, three, four. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. When I gaze into the stars, when I see the life of planet Mars, there's only one creator. When I watch the moon at night, when I feel the sun is burning bright, there's only one creator. So clap your hands and sing, shout out and worship him. So clap your hands and sing, and let the praise begin. Oh wow, what a God! Oh wow, what a God! There's no one like you. There'll never be another. Oh wow, what a God! Oh wow, what a God! There's no one like you. There'll never be another awesome God. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Look at all the animals. Look at all the places round the world. There's only one creator. All the languages we're talking in French, Spanish, Greek to Mandarin. Solo hay un creador. So clap your hands and sing, shout out and worship him. So clap your hands and sing, and let the praise begin. Oh wow, what a God! Oh wow, what a God! There's no one like you. There'll never be another. Oh wow, what a God! Oh wow, what a God! There's no one like you. There'll never be another awesome God. You walked upon the earth you made. Oh wow, oh wow. You died and now we can be saved. Oh wow, oh wow. You rose and left an empty grave. Oh wow, oh wow. And one day you're coming back again. Oh wow, what a God! Oh wow, what a God! There's no one like you. There'll never be another awesome. Oh wow, what a God! Oh wow, what a God! There's no one like you. There'll never be another awesome God. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. There'll never be another awesome God. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
This is a reenactment of something we did in lockdown last year. Okay, Hazel, I've got 2 gifts. And you can have a look. And you can see which one looks the most exciting. And then you can choose which one to open. Okay? Okay, so you can have a look at them. You can't open them, but you can have a look. You can have a feel. And then tell me which one you would like to open first.
This one.
Why?
Because it's big. And exciting.
It looks exciting.
Also, it feels like there's something big inside.
Oh, it feels like something inside. Do you want to open it?
Sure, why not?
It's a little wooden horse. Yay! Now, would you have preferred to open the small, crumpled
Yes,
brown bag?
yes.
Have a look and see what you missed out on. A £20 note. But unfortunately, Hazel, you chose the thing that looked like it was big and super exciting. It's a lesson you'll probably hear many times in many places. It's what's on the inside that counts. Looks don't matter. There's even a brilliant Bible verse that says, man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart. Because it's a super important thing to remember. Church is the same. Now, don't mishear me. All around the world are some stunning, beautiful, incredible churches that have been lovingly built to glorify God. In Edinburgh, we have some remarkable churches with fascinating stories to tell, like the wooden clock tower at St Giles, or the key sculpture outside St Mary's, the ceiling in St Cuthbert's Collington, the windows in our own Ladycroft, and I have no doubt that God loves these church buildings. But without life inside them, they're no more than a beautiful building. Church is the people inside, and how true that has been in recent months. Unable to enter our buildings across the world, churches have still gathered. Smaller churches on Zoom or even on the phone, larger churches on YouTube or Teams, prayer cells on WhatsApp or as people walk. Church is a family. And just like each of us is a part of a different looking family, each church family, and indeed each person in that church family, is different. So what is church? And can't we just keep doing it online in our pajamas at different times of the day? Well, let's look and see what Paul says. After all, he helped establish church in the first place, so he knows what he's talking about. Paul often travelled to visit different churches, and while he was away, he would write home, saying, I long to be with you again. I cannot wait till we can worship together. Paul spent time in prison too, not because he was criminal, but because he talked about Jesus. That's for another time. But while in prison, he wrote to his church, telling them how much he missed them, how he longed to be back with them, and encouraging them to keep on meeting. Yes, Jesus is with us wherever we are. Yes, Jesus is with us watching church online at home. But we can't share the worship experience, the fellowship, the friendships from our own sofa. It's so much harder to support and love one another on WhatsApp than in person. If we're family, we should be spending time together, encouraging one another, speaking words to one another that lift us up. Hebrews chapter 10 verse 25 says, don't give up meeting together. We need each other. Look, think of a fireplace or a fire pit or a barbecue, full of wood and charcoal and coal. The fire burns as one thing, catches a light from another, and it stays hot for a long, long time. Together, that pile of wood and coal burns and gives off heat and light. But remove one piece of coal from the fire, and it will quite quickly go out and become cold away from the rest. That's what happens when we stop coming to church. It's harder to stay hot. It's harder to keep enthusiastic about church. And it's definitely harder to invite friends to hear about Jesus. That's why I'm so pleased to be back, and why I will set my alarm on a Sunday morning and get dressed and eat breakfast, because I love my church. And I don't mean the school building we meet in. I mean you lot. And I trust Paul. He knew what he was talking about when he said we needed to keep meeting together. He knew it was harder on our own. Hey, even Jesus didn't do it on his own. He gathered a group, the disciples around him, to do church together.
Now it's time for the Memory Verse Challenge! I preach Jesus to you. He is Christ. Acts 17 verse 3.
I preach Jesus to you. He is Christ. Acts 17 verse 3.
And the memory verse this week is, drum roll please.
Use whatever gift you have received to serve others. 1 Peter 4 verse 10.
Good morning and welcome to Mighty Mungos News. Whether you've been watching online or live, I have two things to tell you about. We still need your jokes, gratitude attitudes and memory verses, so send them in whether you've done loads before or this is your first time. Well done to everyone who has read John, completed a treasure hunt, written to their granny, or any of our other suggestions. Let us know what you did and we'll give you a shout out next week. And finally, don't forget to check out mungosmerch.com for your Mighty Mungos or Be Love clothes, mugs and stickers.
How do you know when there's an elephant under your bed?
I don't know.
When your head hits the ceiling. Our time together is almost over, but we just have time for family face-off.
It's now time for you to pop to the loo, refill your snacks, grab a drink, join us back here at 10:30 for the next part of our service this morning. We're going to have some worship, we're going to have a relevant talk from the Bible, and we're going to have some time praying together. It's going to be amazing. We can't wait to share it with you. So join us back here at 10:30 for the next part of St Mungos Church Online.